Pesach Sameach, guys. Many of you have heard about the very common Jewish tradition of soaking the finger in the wine while calling the names of the 10 plagues and dripping a droplet of wine every time we call upon one of those 10 plagues. Dam, tzfardea, kinim, arov, dever, shchin, barad, arbe, choshech, makat, bechorot. So every time we name one of those 10 plagues, we soak the finger, usually the little finger, in the wine, and we drop it outside the cup. And this year, a student came to me and asked, Netanel, why is it done? So first of all, thank you, Ulrike from Germany, for the question. And secondly, maybe I can suggest some ideas as to why it is done. So the first thing is that we do various things in the Seder night that are designed explicitly to cause people to ask questions, especially the little kids. So we steal parts of matzah from other participants in the Seder. This is the afikoman, the famous afikoman. Maybe we should discuss that maybe next year. And we do various other things which are solely designed to make people ask questions. So that's one thing. Secondly, the importance of the wine in the preparations for Pesach are to remind us, with the absence of a temple, of the Paschal lamb, and to remind us further the blood that was spattered during the original sacrifice of the Paschal lamb in Egypt, and to remind us the two most important commandments which led to the people of Israel being brought up out from Egypt and brought into the Holy Land, which is the Pesach, the Paschal lamb, and the circumcision. So that's the second direction I would like to mention when we drop the wine out of the cup. That's the blood of the Passover that was spattered upon the door, the frame of the door, and the blood of the circumcision. Thirdly, one has to understand that the Seder night is not just a night about past event, but a night about future event as well. A night about the future salvation, the future redemption, which is portrayed by the same colors as the redemption from Egypt. Many times in the Bible, the future salvation is based upon the earlier salvation. The future salvation, the ultimate salvation of the Messiah, is based upon the salvation of the Exodus, very much as the end sight, the end of time, is designed according to the beginning of time, according to the time of the creation. So the dripping of the wine is signifying God striking his enemies, both in the Exodus, the 10 strikes, we call them in English 10 plagues, but in Hebrew they're commonly called makot, which are strikes. Okay, God says, "Vehiketi chol bechor be'eretz Mitzrayim," and I shall strike every firstborn in the land of Egypt. Okay, and in other occurrences also they are referred to as the 10 strikes. So God has struck Egypt 10 times, and the wine that we drop out of the cup is signifying blood. As we know, both in Judaism and in Christianity, the blood and the wine are closely related. This is very, very similar to what we see in Isaiah 63 verses 1 through 6, when God is described as taking revenge from the Edomites and stomping upon them and trotting them, inasmuch as he looks like a person who works at the wine press, okay, because their blood, which is described in those verses as wine, and vice versa, is spattered all over his garments, so he looks with red garments, okay, because he stomped or trotted upon those nations that were not with him. So the dropping of the wine, as well as the spattering of the wine in Isaiah, of the blood in Isaiah, is a sign for God taking revenge from his enemies, either in the Exodus or in the future redemption, in the future salvation from all of those nations who are against him. So guys, these are a few ideas about the common, very common tradition of dropping the wine from the cup outside. And have a very happy Passover, and maybe I'll see you in Shavuot with another video. Bye bye.